What up, problem children? Welcome to Guns with Daniel. Back at it again this week. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be covering FTT 100 Assignment 7 on 05/02/2024. I will be covering the cycle of operations for this weapon. I'll also be breaking down this weapon, show you how to clean it according to the SDI handbook. I will also go through this weapon and show you the cycle of operations and which part allows them cycle of operations to happen. So if you look into the chamber of this rifle, after I lock the bolt back to the rear, you can see it is empty, free of rounds. You can also see there's no live rounds currently around me. You can also see I have a 30-round magazine that is also currently empty. I'm going to use this to demonstrate the cycle of operations for this weapon. So let's get into it. I'm going to take this 30-round magazine. I'm going to place it into the magazine well. This allows your bolt to sit into your chamber. Then you're going to release your bolt forward, causing the round to chamber. Once the round is chambered, your bolt will lock the round into the barrel. Then you're ready to fire your weapon. Only after you take your weapon off a safe and put it to fire. This allows your bang switch to be free. You're going to want to pull your bang switch until your magazine is empty. You're going to place the weapon back on safe. Drop your magazine out. This is going to cause your bolt to lock back to the rear once your magazine is empty. So to demonstrate the unlocking process is what's going to happen is after your round is spent, the bolt's going to come back to the rear, causing the old round to unlock, extract, and eject, and cause their new round to enter the chamber. Now that you understand the cycles of operations for this weapon, there are actually two parts on this weapon that do not coincide with the cycles of operations. You have your forward assist. Your forward assist on this weapon is used to clear jams. It's going to be used for jams such as carbon buildup or maybe a double feed. Is what you're going to want to do is just tap that up, and that should hopefully lock onto your round with the bolt, allowing you to extract that round. Also, you have your dust cover. This is another part of the rifle that does not go with the cycles of operations. That basically just keeps the dust out of the chamber. So now that you understand the cycles of operations and you understand how this weapon works, I'm going to break it down for you and show you these parts individually. First, I'm going to make sure my bolt is forward, locked into the chamber. I'm going to separate the upper receiver from the lower receiver using my takedown pins. After I do that, you get your lower receiver separated from your upper receiver. You have your buffer spring right here, which helps with accuracy and a few other things. You also have this right here, which is your bolt release. You have your hammer, which is connected to your trigger, which allows the process of firing. Then if you go into your upper receiver, here we have a little bit more action. You're going to want to take your bolt out of the upper receiver along with your charging handle. You're going to want to set those aside, and I'm going to show you the chamber. This is where, I don't know if you can see it, but inside there is where your bullet locks into the barrel for you to be able to fire the round. Here you have the heart of the operation. This is your bolt assembly system. This is your gas. This is where your gas is expelled into the gas tube and helps the projectile fire. Here you have a locking pin on the front of your bolt. This helps your round lock to the bolt as it enters the chamber, also allowing for easy ejection. That is this part right here. This part right here is the part that allows the bolt for easy ejection. I could take this apart as I did it in my last video and don't have the time in this video. I'm not going to do that. But here is your firing pin in the back. You have your firing pin, and you get that out by removing this little cotter pin right here. The firing pin is essential to crushing the percussion cap of your round. That is what sets the round off and starts the ignition process. After that, you have your charging handle. This also helps with the locking, unlocking of the chamber. It helps with the extracting. Well, not so much the extracting, but it does help with the cocking and uncocking of your rifle. So now that you know what these parts do, let's go over a quick cleaning class. I like to use stuff like Carbon Destroyer. This stuff right here helps break down the carbon that's built up on your rifle after a day at the range. This lube right here helps lube up your rifle after you get done cleaning it. You're going to want to put this where metal meets metal. If you take your upper receiver, you're going to want to take a brush like this. You're going to want to put this into the star chamber, and you're going to want to move that back a couple times until you start seeing that star chamber become whatever color it's naturally supposed to be. If you're having an issue with this, getting it clean, take your Carbon Destroyer, put that on your chamber, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and this should help you clean up your rifle. You can also take a little brush and help scrape that carbon off. To get into your barrel, you have stuff like this. This little thing works really well. The cotton on this works very well as well. You put that into your chamber and you move it up and down a couple times until it comes out white again. This is how you clean your weapon professionally and how you clean it according to the SDI handbook. Now, in order to put this thing back together, I'm going to put my charging handle right there. I'm going to make sure my bolt is locked out to the front. I'm going to push that back into the chamber system. I'm going to push my first takedown pin back in. Now I'm going to put my second takedown pin back in. Now your weapon is ready to fire once again. You can do a functions check by charging the handle, releasing it, and then pulling the trigger and listen for a metallic click. This will let you know if your functions are working properly on your rifle. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.